Time, a concept I've probably already discussed in an intro, but this time, it's different because I'm talking time travel. A well-trodden sci-fi plot device that's given us Dr. Cindy Lou Who's, a commie Clark Kent caught in a time loop of tragedy, and made possible some of my favorite Hanna-Barbera hentai. Dino's tongue ain't just for face licking, it's also a good for accidentally short-circuiting Mr. Jetson's timecraft. And that's what happens in so many time travel stories. Our heroes being stuck in the past or the future all because a dumb dino dog thought the stick shift was a thick spaghetti with meatball on top. Then these trapped traversers of time have to spend their days acclimating to a new era, waiting to be saved or fixing up their ship, all while having to text via microwave, save a tween from Alex Mack's cop dad, or fend off advances from their horny ass mothers. But what should you do if you're still on the clock while all this has gone down, sworn to protect time from villainous whales with lung cancer and shopaholic harlots? Well, the only thing you can do, look forward to your next check having 6,656 hours of OT on the bish. That's what you do. But right now, I'm going to let you know my name is James.
I'm Nicole.
And welcome to the past on Mostly Speaking Sentai.
Oh, no.
Guys, I'm scared right now because there's no safety net in the safety tip. So, I guess grab the infinite future and, this jailbreak, unlike 9/11, was an outside job, guys, because, oh man, if there's no crutch to be had, I'm gonna go to conspiracy theories. 9/11 was an inside job, and goddamn, the Supreme Court was also an inside job. Did you guys know that? The Supreme Court, I swear to friggin' God, Nicole, is put into place by the power that be, aka the president at the time. It has to be that. Oh, thoughts?
I totally just fucking clocked out, dude.
Oh my God. All right, let's take it from the top. Time.
Oh my God.
Guys, we're back in that ass like a marshland monster, coming with the craft and the skills I foster. My queen.
Yes.
My love.
Yes.
How have you been?
Present. I'm good.
How so?
Just in the general sense, I'm good. I don't like that face.
Oh, too bad. It's the one I'm going to be giving you when you wake up in the morning.
I have a job, so that's cool.
Yeah.
Even though it's stressful. I am doing art stuff, and I have lots of time to do art stuff. And
baby.
People seem to be liking my art stuff more, which is super rad. So,
making them green.
I got my two best friends just hanging out all the time.
Who?
You
Your mom and
Frank.
Brian? Oh, makes more sense.
A little bit, you know?
You also had just, I think, one of the best things this week to happen to you. You're scrolling on Instagram, and what do you see? A Scooby-Doo advertisement.
Yeah.
Oh, because we're a Scooby-Doo couple now.
Yeah, I was on Instagram and I was like, God damn it, James. Now my ad algorithm's giving me Scooby-Doo ads.
Which is weird. Is it? It has to be because you were searching
like,
GIFs.
No, it was actually for BarkBox, but it was a Scooby-Doo like toy.
Yeah, that's just weird. I think your phone's listening to you just talk so much about Scooby-Doo.
Yeah, must be.
You're like a pup named Scooby-Doo, 13 ghosts
it's right
of Scooby-Doo.
So,
hey, phone, Scooby-Doo.
And you know, Androids have that Google Voice bullshit.
Yeah.
My mom uses all the time.
She says, Google, turn lights yellow.
She does the like voice to text thing all the time.
I think my dad does too.
It's weird.
And then he'll just call me sometimes and say like, yeah, this word wasn't working, so I just had to call you.
Just type it.
Well, he drives.
Okay.
So it's like he can see it on his dashboard, his texts.
Yeah.
Because there are some times when I will be in his vehicle and he'll get a phone call that quickly turns into like business that I shouldn't be hearing, mafia related. I'm kidding.
Okay.
Just like numbers and shit that I could use to do some inside trading with. I'm kidding again, guys. I mean, probably if I had the know-how of that. Should I start grifting like that? Using insider information?
I don't know what that means.
To sell stocks. It's like you're not allowed. It's illegal to be like, oh, this hasn't gone public yet, and I'm going to dump out all of my stocks.
Yeah.
Or if someone says like, hey, you own a lot of stocks in this, you need to dump all of those out right now because the company is about to either announce something or it's just going to tank.
Yeah.
And then you get out right before you're about to lose a lot of money.
Yeah.
I believe that's what Martha Stewart went to prison for.
Oh.
But she didn't snitch, guys.
Apparently not.
That's why her and Snoop Dogg are best friends.
Sure.
They are. This isn't a lie. This is no fooling.
I saw him on a Comedy Central roast.
Yeah, and they were like, we smoked them dubs.
Exactly.
Except she doesn't smoke. She bakes it in. That's her style.
Fuck yeah, dude.
We gotta do some marijuana sometime
Okay,
soon.
how the fuck do we get it?
I don't know. We can ask all of our
Exactly.
friends who smoke marijuana. Literally, I think all of them do.
Oh yeah, I think someone did offer me. I should hit them up.
Hit them up.
Yeah.
And give me the loot. Give me the loot. I also had some other stuff.
I have no idea. Is it expensive? I have no fucking clue.
I mean, yeah, it like the decent stuff is.
Yeah.
I mean, like this is my thought process. Any price for drugs is expensive.
Yeah.
Unless it's like, oh, $1 will get you an entire week. I'd be like, yeah, that's $52 at most if I were to be smoking weed every single week. But I wouldn't be doing that. I'm just saying like a week.
I'm saying that's a lot to be smoking.
Oh, yeah. But $1 of weed will get you a quarter of a intake. Like okay, yep, I'm done.
Yeah.
Well, let's just smoke Frank's catnip.
Okay.
We'll smoke them those fish he has.
Uh-huh.
And he'll be...
Because that worked out so great for you the first time.
Dude, I smoked it. It wasn't the catnip. It's because I was smoking it out of a loosely rolled paper towel.
Just all of it, James.
Yeah.
All
there was
of
no
it.
filters on it. Oh, man, I wish I had a glass bowl back then. There was this time when a sibling's ex gave me marijuana and said, like, yeah, man, smoke it. But I didn't want to be... I was in 6th grade, and I didn't want to...
Oh, my God.
I had smoked weed before, but I was like, well, I don't want to... I feel like smoking alone when you're in 6th grade is a bad idea. So I didn't, and I just, like, ended up giving it back to him. And then he owed me money for some reason, and then stole our PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude was a dick. I also is the one that my sibling was giving them oral sex, and I accidentally saw in a van.
Dope.
Yeah, trauma babies. Oh my God, it's Trauma, the Trauma series, but they're babies.
I feel like your parents were like way too relaxed.
No, it's my parents were not. It's just. My siblings did not give a fuck so much that any sort of restrictions my parents gave them, it just didn't work.
Yeah.
And then the worst thing I was doing at the time, I mean, besides smoking weed, I will say that it
or
benefited
maybe they
me.
shouldn't have given them restrictions. Yeah. And then they wouldn't have rebelled by doing worse stuff.
Yeah. Or maybe they would have tried even more. But because like, even a sibling of mine, their like heart stopped while doing drugs, so they were like technically dead.
Yeah.
And then like luckily, I don't know who was around to save them, but they were saved. And I feel like if that didn't stop them from doing all this stuff, if nothing would have stopped them from doing it.
Yeah.
I think it was just something happened in our life to make us all. I think it's, genetics.
Yeah.
One of my parents is without the what's the word the aid of medication is not mentally stable.
Yeah.
So that's been passed down to all three of us.
Yeah.
Chia! So I medicate the best way I know how, just jacking off.
Yeah.
Until the sadness goes away.
Yeah.
I work that prostate.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Nicole, I have another thing that I realized this week. That staying thin isn't just like a body dysmorphia thing. It also helps me be frugal. Because I don't have, because I was like, wow, I'm still wearing underwear that I wore in high school. And that was 10 years ago.
Uh-huh.
So that, and I don't have to buy a lot of food. So I'm a little frugal Fred over here.
Yeah, James. No, that's bad.
What do you mean? How I mean?
You not eating food is not good.
No, I'm still eating enough to sustain myself.
Are you?
Yeah,
though?
okay. So the reason I just eating the same thing over and over again is the issue here. Is like, oh man, I'm so tired of beans. But I gotta do it, Nicole. I gotta get fit for you. I'm kidding. It's fit for me so I can punch a bit beast in its mouth and be victorious. That's a talking about Beyblade reference.
You don't get fit by not eating.
No, I'm eating nothing but beans and eggs to get protein. So then you can see the muscle once the fat is trimmed away. Like you said.
Everyone has fat.
Not some people. They have 0% body fat.
Okay.
You got to get trim to get that trim. That is something that came out of Nicole's mouth.
No, it was in addition to something that you said.
Yeah, I said, I'm getting trim. And then you said, to get that trim.
Yeah.
I had been saying, got to get trim to get that quim. Which yours is better because more people know what trim means in a sexual way and not what quim is.
Yeah.
But guys, this is what quim is. I keyed. Google it.
Don't.
I mean, why? If you're above the age of, 16, check it out. If you can go to a rated R movie.
You know what? Yeah, guys, do everything James says.
Buy Nicole's merchandise. Yes.
And don't question it.
Dude, I'm a goddamn leader of the free world.
Yep.
And I'm here to make you scream for like ice cream and candy.
Uh-huh.
Eat ice cream that I can't eat. That's my thing for you today. But Nicole, bat that out of here like a little kitty cat. Go, meow, meow.
My concern for you?
Oh, no, I mean just like these topics we've been saying. Meow.
Guys, tell James to eat food.
How about you don't tell me a goddamn fucking thing unless it's, hey, James, tell us where to get patreon.com/MLM pod to prove Nicole wrong.
Like, I feel like some of it stems from like, that's like something that you can control in this very unpredictable time.
No, I've done this before. I've done this many times before in our relationship. When we moved to Chicago, our first full summer here, I got trim because I was eating. Guys, picture a plate. Take two sandwiches.
But you aren't doing that now.
Yeah, well, I was getting out of control, eating ice cream and stuff like that.
No, you
So
weren't.
I needed to. But now I want to get a little muscle on me. Also, Nicole, this isn't just about exercise. Is not always about like getting slim. I could rap 2 bars and then I would get winded. When I used to be able to rap 4-bar intervals and do punch-ins like that. For the Marshland, that song I did, 2 bars, and I was like, I'm winded. Like climbing up the stairs, yeah, I crawl up them. That might be my issue. I was using 4 legs instead of 2. Also, quick thing, listeners, I grew 2 other legs. So it's also like a fitness thing, just like getting my breath up again. Trying to perform in October was dreadful.
Which is fine if you're eating.
Yeah, but I want to make sure that I'm looking good and I'm thin. Just let me be me, bro.
No. Not if it means you're gonna like fucking keel over.
I'm not gonna keel over, but before I keel over, my body will tell me like, hey, you need to eat.
Will it though?
Yeah. Will it keel over? Let's find out. That's like a GMM, and they just deprive different animals food for a long time, or different cast members. That's the more morally thing to do, and see who keels over first.
I feel like they're equally morally bankrupt.
Or maybe like Saw style, like, we'll chop off their hand. Will they keel over? And they don't.
Okay, yeah, that's better.
And then, okay, well, this person, but some people might just get a tiny little cut on them. And if they're afraid of their own blood, they're going to keel over, not die, but pass out at least.
Yeah.
What are you more afraid of, me passing out or you coming home and seeing me lying on the ground cold and blue, never to hear my voice again?
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That's why I never killed myself.
Okay.
Timeranger. Actually, I'm kidding, guys. We're a proud podcast partner of the Tokusatsu Network. We're proud and glad to be aboard.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that's why we're getting so many plays, Nicole. People are seeing us there. Hey, listeners, I don't know what the fudge you are doing or what we are doing.
Leave us a 5-star review on iTunes telling us what the fuck we're doing right.
Because this monthly period, we broke our monthly listens record, which was set in our first year, the December of our first year, when we had Eric on and we had released 6 episodes opposed to just 4. We have never been able to beat that. We never, the following month, we got kind of close, but never, we plummeted that February. Oh, my God. And this month, we beat our monthly, our daily, and our weekly records. Thank you.
Fuck yeah.
Cheer! Now I'm like, wow, I wish we had ads on every episode.
Leave a 5-star review on iTunes of why you started listening to the podcast.
Yeah, that would be very nice. And give This Movie's Gay a 5-star review, too, because someone, without giving a review, just put a 1 star. I'm guessing they're homophobes.
I'm guessing they're a fucking asshole.
Or they were like, I want to hear, sophisticated discussion about LGBTQ cinema, and then heard Nicole and I gaslighting Corwin screaming about gay bed and breakfast of terror.
Yeah.
Probably. Or they saw that we did all 5 eating out and said, this is not sophisticated at all.
Yeah.
Why would they watch all of those? Watch all of them, guys.
Or saw that we did the movie Debs.
Debs is good and has our most views.
I don't understand why.
It's
don't
bonkers.
like that movie.
I thought it was fine. Just sexy women strutting their stuff. Get it? And then she fell in love with another woman?
Yeah.
That's empowering.
Yeah,
And
falling in love is
criminal.
empowering.
Did you feel empowered on September 30th, 2013?
Yes.
Ooh, 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 it's magic. You scobe. Do you remember that night like it was yesterday? Me accidentally saying I love you to you, and then me walking around the trailer park I lived in, fearful that you were going to break up with me the day we made it official.
Yeah, I remember that just almost as if I was there, even though I wasn't.
What were I don't think we've spoken about this. What were your thoughts?
Yeah, we have. You have brought this up so many fucking times.
No, but I've never asked. Have I asked you
at least 6 times a year?
What was your thought process after we had known each other for a month and a half and I said, I love you?
I took it as a genuine like accident or whatever.
Okay, you weren't like, ooh, this boy means business.
And I just like thought it was funny and cute.
Okay, that cute makes it even better. Nicole's itching her eyeball. Wow, she just like itched the real eye. Ugh, guys, that's scary.
Okay.
Nicole,
Yes.
speaking of the past, oh my God. Guys, Timeranger, we finally made it. Case number 1 is what we watched today, entitled The Time Fugitive. Nicole,
Yeah.
thoughts on the beginning? What are you thinking?
Okay, I'm a little confused as to where they are in the future. Like what year?
Where they started was the year 2999, and right now
Okay.
I believe it is, or do they go from 2000 to 2001? It might be 2000.
So it was 2000.
Okay, then they were in the year 3000. They came from 3000, came back to 2000. Because I believe that is all they can travel back in time to on one. It's
In
told,
one trip?
Yes, in one trip. You can like go back in time and then go back in time again, but I think you have to wait. That's a minute detail that you are told in a later episode, but right now it's nice to know. And there's so much stuff that is seeds planted throughout this entire episode that come up in later episodes, and I love that.
Cool.
I can't say some of them because
Really?
they're plot spoilers.
Duh.
But one of the things is Sion liking to get autographs from people. He does that throughout. It's a nice little character trait. He's the blue-haired person.
I'm gonna. Ooh. Yeah, how do you say that?
Sion.
Well, wouldn't it be like cyan? Like lion?
No, because it's
'Cause it's not English.
yeah.
Sion?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we're saying it like hillbilly bumpkins with dialect. Like we're being so phonetic with it. That Sion.
Sion.
What should we just get into notes right now?
Yeah, isn't that what we're here for?
I guess so. Right off the bat. No, actually, I'll save that for near the end.
We already were getting to like notes and we already started, James.
Nicole, I'll just say it right now. This is
What?
what I want to ask our guests. And
Yeah.
guys, yes, we will start having guests again because we're doing it remotely. Nicole,
Yeah.
if you could go back in time
Uh-huh.
or travel, let's stick to go back in time. Gonna go back in slime. What would you do? And we're going to remove murder from this. So it's not like you have to be burdened of like, well, I have to go back in time to murder Hitler. Murder is off the table.
Uh-huh. So you're just saying like exclude like historical moments that happen because
Yeah.
that's boring is basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know, dude.
I think about this so often and the
Really?
multiple
Why?
layers of it, of just how great it would be to go back in time, gonna go back in slime, and buy an actions number 1. But then I start to think like, well, fuck, if I just take it from that time and then immediately travel forward in time, people will be like, well, how is it in such great condition?
Yeah, like it won't be faded or discolored at all.
So then I have to think of, well, also, how would I purchase it? So then I would need to bring back some gold with me to exchange that at a gold exchange for currency of the time, because I can't, like, even though it says legal tender, if it has 2020 on a dollar bill, they're going to be
Yeah.
like, this is absolutely counterfeit, and a poor one at that.
Yeah.
So I do that. And then I would have to find a bank that I would still need enough gold to say like, hey, how can I get a deposit box for 80 years?
Yeah.
And I would also need to make sure, check in time that this never burnt down, that it never switched
Why
like
wouldn't
management.
you couldn't just take it with you?
Well, no, but then there would be no fading in all of that. I would want it to age for those 80
Okay,
years.
got
I'd
it.
still bag and board it though.
Yeah.
And it'd just be locked away in a box. I also think about like, well, I just like get bonds and stuff from the government that would age so much Stanley Yilnat style. And all of a sudden, I'm a fucking millionaire. Young money millionaire.
Dude.
Or just to like go back in time and get money, bring that back, sell it to a collector for some.
So you just want to go back in time to get money.
Yeah, I want to go back in time for resale purposes.
To grift.
Yes.
Basically.
Just think if I got 4 copies of Actions #1.
Yeah.
And then I sold them. I just say like, well, it was my great-grandfather's that he willed to me, and he just had these in his lockbox.
Sure.
It's a miracle. I'll even sell them at a marked down price. And they'd be they would come back a PSA 10, Nicole.
Yeah.
Even though PSA does not grade comic books. I don't know who does that.
CGC.
Okay. Comic Book Grading Association. Oh, wait, no, CGC, you said. Community.
I don't know.
Commission. Company. Who knows? But you don't have anything that you'd go back in time for? Or teach myself how to rap. I do think about that, the checkpoints thing. That, when you get knocked out, that becomes a checkpoint in your life when you black out. If for any time I blacked out, people are like, oh man, I could do so much great in the world. I'd be like, no, man, I'd be the fucking greatest child rapper, even though I hate child rappers because they all suck and they're corny as fuck. Hurricane Chris, more like, you're a drain, bitch. A drain on my fucking head. You're annoying.
If I could just like live in the 1950s without all the racism, that'd be cool.
What you could do is, now that you have forensic knowledge and how to cover your tracks, also knowing that like, hey, people aren't like, people don't even have that knowledge. You could go to like clans and just also you have like bomb technology too. You own the anarchist cookbook.
I
and
don't.
Just plant bombs in all these places. Bada bing, they donezo.
But you said no murder.
Oh, fuck. Okay, well then, never mind on all of that. Oh, and also I couldn't go back in time and be a good rapper because I'd be murdering the beats. Nicole, I'd be murdering the beats. Also, can't go back in time to be in Doug Funny because I'd murder them beats. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Go back in time and give myself antidepressants.
That'd be good. Go back in time and say, you gotta hang out with this James dude. He is currently playing Monster Rancher Hop About in a basement right now. You'll have a ball. It'd be fun, guys.
Dope.
But the theme song, I think, is bad, guys.
I mean, you're wrong, but
it's so, even like when you like get into it, it's still like clunky. It's like chugging deathcore stuff, like da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum. Like, you are my dream,
it's just,
you are my soul.
Yeah, it's like metal.
Yeah, but it's not metal. It's like,
yeah, it is.
No, it's not. It feels like new age synth pop.
Okay.
That was actually pretty good.
Yeah.
I think it's bad. I said theme song is bad. Then after we listened to this theme song, I said maybe not so bad, but it's clunky.
Bad theme song? Nah. Bad you.
Jake and Amir. In the future, we find out time travel was invented in 2990.
Yeah, they said 10 years ago.
Yeah, so... and then it's like, oh, but...
And it was banned.
And then there's just a police force to police it just in case other people try to do it, is my guess.
I guess. Well, they're just there just in case they need to.
Okay. And good thing they're there because they need to. Because all of a sudden, they're showing people get freeze compressed. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, freeze compression.
And they bring in Dolnero, who is this whale guy.
Oh, I always thought he was like a toad.
No, he's a whale.
Okay.
So
That kind of makes sense.
what, when he shoots air out of his butt? Oh my, yeah, I was like, okay, maybe that's where his blowhole is, but I was like, no.
Oh,
Why would you put, because there was also like a noise.
Oh yeah, there absolutely was a fart noise.
This first episode, I was like, what? If you were to just watch this episode, you'd be like, this is not a serious melodrama.
No, I said this is funnier than Car Ranger.
Just to hurt me. She's being a contrarian.
No, I'm not.
Then why did you say, hey, James, this is funnier.
James.
This is funnier than your stupid Car Ranger.
Hey, James.
Hey, James. Why is you so sad?
So they time travel back to the year 2000.
Yeah. When Nicole was a measly 6-year-old that you could friggin' push around.
Wow, rude.
That's probably what would happen too. I'd be like, you nerd ass kid.
The leader or whatever tells the other crew members to grab outfits from that decade. And they're like, we have, it just sounds like there's going to be a bunch of clothes. There's literally just one set for each person. And he's like, choose whatever you like. It's like, okay, well, there's only one.
And one of them picks, Domo picks the Philadelphia Flyers.
Domon?
Oh yeah, Domon, sorry. So while they're getting freeze compressed he was going to get freeze compressed for 1,000 years, Dolnero was. And I thought, is that even a good punishment?
No, I was like, that sounds kind of awesome. Like, can someone just freeze me for a couple of years and
here are the only issues I see with it. One, if you're conscious during the entire thing, which I don't think we're ever told if they are or not, just being frozen for 1,000 years with your thoughts in real time, that would be super fucked up. But if that's not the case and it's just like
it would be like the same, it would have the same effects on your mind as just like putting someone in solitary.
Yeah, but for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
So the other thing would be you're not conscious and then you're frozen and instantly you are 1,000 years in the future. No one you know exists. It's just a whole new world that you have no idea what is going on. And if they're still treating felons like they treat felons today, you are going to get zero help acclimating to outside life. And it's even worse because you have no recollection of anything that has happened.
Yeah, you're fucked.
Yeah. If you think like 30 years coming out of jail is a culture shock, it is. I'm not trying to disparage that, but like 1,000 years would be so fucked up. That's cruel and unusual, actually. I think that should be...
They do that in iZombie. They just like freeze everyone.
And then Fry got it in Futurama.
Whoa.
But he had a family member to find. Dolnero, I don't think, has any kids.
You don't know.
Unless he was laying that whale pipe around, baby. Spreading that sperm whale everywhere. But should the punishment for crimes be associated with the crime itself?
What do you mean? Like,
if you are an arsonist, should all of your possessions be lit on fire? Should you just be like caught in flame retardant goo for a long time?
So just Saw related.
Yeah, in the sense. If you commit a hate crime.
Reference Saw so much.
That's just
I've never seen any of the movies. Just
the dead meat's kill counts. If you commit hate speech, I think what you should do, and I think this would truly benefit people, and it's also a punishment. Watch every single Tupac documentary because there are so many of them. They all focus. I told Nick Foster that if you've seen 3 Tupac documentaries, you've seen all Tupac documentaries because they're pretty much just the same recycled stuff unless you got Tupac Resurrection, which is the same exact Tupac documentaries, but in beautiful, not 4:3 aspect ratio. Because it was on the big screen, baby. I begged my parents to take me. I will not explain why they would not allow me to do that.
Oh, I was going to say, did you go? But
No.
apparently not.
Not until we got that all movies to rent.
What was it rated?
It was rated R.
Then yeah.
It's a documentary, though.
Okay.
Who cares? Unless it didn't have boobies or anything in it. It just cursed a few times. But
sure.
if you watch all of those, I got so much benefit from watching those as a child, because that's like how I learned what the Black Panthers were, instead of being like taught, oh, they're a terrorist organization. And it's like, no, they're not. Like, how they started is completely different of how they are portrayed in the media, and benefits galore to that. And I think that is what should happen if you commit a hate crime. What about if you commit like grand larceny? You steal a bunch of money.
James, can we talk about that episode yet?
Live on my dream. We've been this is related. This is freeze compressing.
Yeah, but it's just like very long bit.
Okay.
You could just do this forever.
All right, fine. Get out of here.
Okay, bye.
Villains never want to do the dirty work, Nicole. This happens because they get to the past, their ship crashes, and Leela, who was disguised herself as their captain, ties them up, and she like finds Dolnero and Gian and says, oh, they're handled. Their ship is about to self-destruct. If she had just murdered them, instead of saying like, oh, I don't want my hands dirty, but I'll set the self-destruct. And that's pretty much inviting them to say like, hey, at least you have an opportunity, but you're still killing them. Again, like Saw. And just kill them. They could have had free reign of the entire past if they had just killed the Timeranger. But they didn't. Kill your idols and kill your heroes if you're a villain. Kill your protagonists. That's what it should be. What notes do you have?
I said bye, so I was like waiting to see how long you would talk until you're like, why aren't you saying anything?
I don't remember you saying bye.
And you talked for so fucking long.
It has been less than 2 minutes. That is not talking for a long time. I said a note. I'm just going to edit you out saying bye. So people will be like, Nicole actually never said that.
No.
Wow, she's trying to pollute James's mind and make him go crazy and end up cold and blue on the floor as she comes home, knowing that she is her only bequeathment in James's will.
They before they travel back in time, the leader stopped doing that.
Hi.
The leader just like picks, which is like in disguise a bad person.
Yeah.
Picks 4 people, and then someone's like, but they're all new. And I was like, the fuck, why'd they do that? And then it was so that because they're new and they were secretly evil, and that's why, because they'd be like easier to kill.
But one of them wasn't new to a force, because we find out Yuri is part of the anti-mafia intergalactic police force. And she's badass.
Yeah.
She's like, fuck you. And then Layla, what's it say? You have the sheet. Why are you looking up into space?
Lila.
Wait, L-I or E?
L-I.
Oh, Leela. Okay. Leela, okay. She's like, oh, I shouldn't have picked you. You shouldn't have, bro. Should not have. The self-destruct probably... No, because Sion ends up fixing little Taka up because he's so good at fixing things.
Yeah. He's like, I can fix this robot with my eyes closed, and then fix Tak. But then like it's still, which I was like, oh, he can like stop the self-destruct, but then it just explodes anyway. But then they all survive just completely unharmed.
Maybe he was able to get them all free, so they were able to like shield themselves from being inside of an explosion.
doubt it.
Who knows? Will it be discussed in later episodes? Absolutely not. Ah! Oh, I'm a cat. So they start pillaging the town, the Laundrez family. I think that's how it's pronounced.
I think it's pronounced laundry.
Okay. Oh, the launderers. They start pillaging, and the Zenits, these little robots that Gien programmed, they're stealing money, but littering the ground with the dollar bills.
I love how at one point they were just like all coordinated, like when they were walking.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, neat. And I like their like heads.
Yeah, I like everything about them.
Their heads.
I wrote down, someone said, let's do our best. So that I said, let's potato chips do our best. I just wrote that down.
I'm so upset.
If you don't know what Let's Potato Chips are, they're like a public domain potato chip brand that TV shows would use in the past before you could do brand integrations. And then Community, as a joke, used Let's as their potato chips.
Didn't like 30 Rock do that too?
They might have.
Yeah.
Get your damn hands off my Let's. Gien says, "Scream, humans, scream!" And I loved it. He should have said,
and what?
He should have said, "Scream for me, human, Long Beach, scream!"
They should have. Like it was a ding ding concert.
Yeah. That would have been cool. He's like, "Scream, humans!" And they go, "Yeah!"
No, they go,
Oh!
Hey. Oh, no.
That's one being either choked out or sliced throat.
Leela says, says this century's police force is a joke. And I was like, yeah, baby.
They immediately blow up the police force, and Nicole just goes, "A cab."
It just shows like exploding cop cars.
And then our heroes come, the Timeranger, and then the Zenits start shooting at them, and then the four that from the future start doing straight up Matrix moves.
Yes, that's what CGI Matrix moves to dodge the bullets.
But then Tatsuya gets hit because he's doesn't have any of the training. And I wrote down, remember when Shrek did Matrix?
Yeah.
Man, I would like to see a supercut of every movie and TV show that did a Matrix thing.
You could do that for a lot of references, like the Breakfast Club dance.
Oh, yeah.
What is that from? Is it Flashdance, where the person like sits on the chair and pulls a string and water pours on them?
I think so.
You could do that for Ghost.
Oh, yeah.
The pottery thing. I mean, you could just go on for fucking days.
You could do that for kids at the end when Casper holds his head in his hands and he's like, "What did I just do?" Because he figures out he has AIDS now.
What?
Yeah, that's what happens at the end. That's what made me love...
The end of what?
Kids.
Oh.
The movie Kids?
Got it.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yeah, and then you said Casper.
Yeah, Casper. He's a character in Kids. Man, that's how Casper died.
I thought you were just saying like kids in general.
No. But yeah, Casper, he got AIDS. He died. I mean, Casper the friendly ghost.
Oh, okay.
That's how Casper died.
Yeah.
He
That's what I thought you were saying.
Blood transfusion.
I was like, that's not in the movie.
They only allude that he got sick, I believe.
Yeah.
So that sickness.
It definitely could have been.
I mean, he was from like the 50s. I don't think HIV was around then.
You don't know.
Google, when did HIV come about? Then you're going to get a lot of HIV ads now.
Sweet.
But yeah, you could do that. Yogi Bear eating a big old sandwich from a picnic basket. I'd love to see a supercut of all the movies that have done that.
None.
Man, one of the funniest movies.
Okay, sorry, Yogi Bear movies.
The funniest thing in almost any movie I have seen is in Yogi Bear 3D. That is the full title of the movie. And they're in that like flying machine.
Yeah.
And it goes out, and then they're like, what's in the instructional manual? What's the emergency procedure? And they pull it out, and it's just like Boo Boo had drawn a picture of them just like flailing their arms around, crudely drawn.
Yeah.
And then they're like, ah!
Yeah.
It's so cute and funny.
Yeah.
Guys, watch Yogi Bear 3D. I don't know if it's streaming anywhere for free, but it's probably on Voodoo.
Yeah.
Hoodoo, power with the voodoo. Hoodoo, jump, baby, jump. Magic, jump, baby. Oh, you're magic. Yes, I put my spell on you.
Uh-huh.
And then my last note is Toots flew because he flew by tooting.
It was absolutely what that was.
And it happens right after the Matrix thing. So it was these back and forth of like, what is the tone of this show?
Yeah.
But then it gets super serious. And right in the beginning, like the beginning of this series, guys, I'm going to front end this. My favorite episode of any Sentai, and probably one of my favorite episodes of TV in general, is in this series. I will not tell you what episode it is, but it's coming up soon. What else notes you got? I'm done.
Their weapons are cool.
Oh, yeah. How they're clear, but they got a little color to them.
Yeah.
I enjoy those.
But also, like, that giant
Bazooka
gun thing, and even, like, the weapons that the junk robots have.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And also the weapon that Dolnero has, which is a cigar. It kills, guys. I don't know why I was pointing over there.
Yeah.
And not at you. Nicole, are you excited for this series? Based off from first episode, even though you've seen other ones.
I am. I'm just like, I don't know. We have to think of a bit to do.
Oh, shoot.
Like the gloves and the Dapu age.
Well, if you go back in time, what would you do? That could be one. But one that I was thinking of doing is asking people what their like criminal name would be. Because eventually we get things like Cabal the Stalker is along the lines of something. So it would be like Nicole the... And then what
Stalker.
Crime? Okay. But that's like, then I feel like there would be a lot of bleed over. We haven't done a question in such a long time because we haven't had a guest since March.
Yeah, also, sorry guys, we never even looked into how old Dapu might be.
I don't think it says anywhere.
Okay.
He's just a young Hazardian.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything. A young Hazardian could be 1 year old. A young Hazardian could be 100.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like hey, if you could go back in time, what would you do? That's nice.
I just feel like it's
fodder.
too general, though.
Well, we talked about going back in time and Actions Comics, and then we got into a little bit of comic book grading. Me wanting to be a good rapper.
But okay.
It's there for those things.
Yeah.
I don't know. Because all I can think of is, hey, what would your criminal name be? And mine would be Molam the Corporate Fraudster. Because that's kind of what I've been into lately.
Yeah.
If they're a corporation, hey, guys. I think I said it on This Movie's Gay, but my mouse had stopped working and I got it from Staples. I look up on Staples.com to see if they still have the Staples brand mouse that I have.
Uh-huh.
And they did. So what I did was, I no longer have the receipt to bring it back. I go to Staples, I scoot there in the middle of winter, I buy the same kind of mouse I have. I bring it back, I unbox that mouse, set it off to the side, put the non-working mouse into the packaging, then I bring it back and say, hey, this mouse, point at it, is not working. Technically not a lie, and bada bing, bada boom, I didn't have to pay for another mouse.
Oh my gosh.
And I don't care, guys. They're a corporation. They don't care about you. So what would yours be, Nicole?
Nicole or Cole I miss people calling me Cole.
Hey, Cole.
From back home.
Yeah, now they call you Bricks
No,
here.
they just call me Nicole.
The marshland media people call you Bricks.
Sometimes.
Nickel Brick.
Something like the profanity queen, or, with like swearing. It's not really a crime, but that's all I can really think of.
I mean, in some states, there are still laws that you can't swear in front of a woman or child, or it's a jailable offense. So
Okay.
But they're not enforced, but they still are on the books.
So I guess, what does that sound good? Profanity queen?
Yeah. What's your biggest heist that you've ever done? What's your or let's just say, what's the thing?
Podcast.
Oh my! What is the thing that got you in jail? That's the other follow up.
This podcast.
What? Oh, because you curse so much on it. Okay.
Yeah.
But in a Timeranger setting,
I don't know what a Timeranger setting is.
In a Super Sentai setting.
Going back in time.
Oh my God.
Illegally.
Like it would be, you got on the airwaves, like pirate radio, and you...
And I said, fuck.
Yeah, on everyone. You just started doing George Carlin's bit.
No, I would just go to I would just become a babysitter, only to just teach kids profanity.
Okay, that's good. That's good. I was going to say.
Or a school teacher. But no, I like the idea, because babysitters aren't usually long term. It's you could just babysit for one night.
Yeah. I was going to say maybe you go to Good Morning America, how you can see outside. I think that's Good Morning America.
Yeah.
And people will hold signs. You
Yeah.
just hold up one that just says piss, shit, cock, ass.
Yeah.
Just to pollute as many people as you can.
Not even technically a swear, but just says tits.
Some people see them and are offended, though, sometimes.
Maybe in the UK. I don't know.
What?
Tits.
Oh, tits is a curse word? Oh, okay. I thought you meant maybe in the UK they're offended by titties. I was like,
I mean
think
the word tits.
No, that sounds more like tits, yeah. I think it's less of a profanity over there.
Yeah, I was going to say, I feel like they actually
It's the
have
tits.
more swear words over there that they're okay with.
Yeah. They say cunt all the time.
And bugger, which is just anal sex.
Yeah. That one's a good one.
Yeah.
Get buggered, Nicole.
Okay.
Up the ass, hard.
Okay.
Well, then what would, my corporate grift would be what got me in jail.
I would just know all the swear words in all the languages.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I guess, you want to know what? To go along with yours, I try and grift and fraud a daycare.
That's a fucked.
In the sense that I say oh my God, I'm looking for my child. Do you have them? And I give them the name. And then they say, we don't have your child. And then I sue them because it's a corporate a corporate daycare. And I sue them. There was never a baby. It was just Frank dressed up as a child. Frank scurries away. He's got the classic bonnet on, a onesie. He had to tuck in his tail so he wasn't found out. We had to shave his cheeks.
But as he's running away, his tail comes out of the butt flap.
Yeah, okay, but they don't notice it.
I know, but it's just visually very cute for me.
They don't notice it, but when I take them to court, we didn't see this security camera. They notice. Tail pops out. It's actually my cat, Frank.
Yeah.
And then I'm thrown in the slammer.
It's pretty sloppy, James.
Yeah. We didn't notice. But if we would have, we could have think of how much a child's life is worth in the grand scheme. I could have taken away at least 3 million. Easy. That would have been the easiest 3 million Frank and I ever made.
Yeah.
The easiest 3 million anyone's ever made, besides a hedge fund, bitch.
I don't know what that is.
I don't either. I don't think anyone knows.
Cool. Hedges.
Chill.
You ever see Over the Hedge?
Oh man, I watched Over the Hedge 2, The Nut Job.
Whoa.
Hood versus evil. Let's start the podcast over. Now we're getting a little goofy.
Okay, let's go. Everyone in your places.
Frank. Yes, put the boom above me. We started recording with a boom. Frank just points it in our direction every time we start talking.
Why do boom mics have to be held still?
So you can rotate them.
I just feel like technology has come so far to where there should be a thing that does it.
Nicole,
What?
you are currently asking
What?
for union jobs to be taken away from people making a living to machines. I am guessing
I just feel like that job fucking sucks though.
I mean, there is also an art behind it because it's
Okay.
also a robot wouldn't be able to all of a sudden be like, oh, I hear an airplane going overhead. It's picking up into the mic. I mean, eventually, maybe someday, but I 100% disagree that there should be. Like, but yeah, if...
Or even just like have it on like a long ass pole that's easy to like control.
There is.
So you don't have to just hold it.
Oh, you mean like... Well, no, but then
Like
you still...
people that are like holding it up.
Oh, but then it's mobile then. But I think I know what you mean of just like a...
But no, I'm saying it is mobile, but it's just like you don't have to hold it up the whole time.
Oh, no, you want to know what they should do? It instead is still have the pole. But you know, have you ever seen a Steadicam? I believe this is what a Steadicam is. It's a attachment that you attach to your body, like your torso, and the camera sits on that so it's steadier.
Yeah.
Do that, but for like the pole is coming out of your body, so then it's still mobile and you can still like move it up and down, but it's not as hard on your arms.
Yeah, just like anything, I'm saying. Just anything.
I don't even know how heavy a boom mic is.
But your arms just get tired, though.
But you better
even if you're not
believe
holding anything.
Their spouse, when they go home, is looking at those arm muscles and is saying, "Throw me around, Daddy."
Oh my God.
Because they're probably all beefed, having a beef. You know, crying with two friends.
Oh, yeah.
Jake and Amir style.
Yeah.
All right, Nicole, we're running long, so
Yeah, we are.
what you got to plug?
Ooh, babies. Follow me on social media at Darling Homebody. Especially Instagram.
Chill.
That's really all I'm actually active on. And then I just like post from there on other things. So if you comment, I don't know if I'll see it.
I'm only sexually active on Instagram.
Cool. Patreon.com/Darling Homebody for monthly stickers and giveaways. And darlinghomebody.com for other stickers and magnets and patches and pins and all the things your heart desires.
Hey guys, go to mlmpod.com to listen to my other podcasts, find links, or just search them wherever you're listening right now. This Movie's Gay, What the Hell Mouth, Hit It and Crit It. Please tell a friend about all of these shows if you enjoy them. Go on a Discord, go on a Reddit, whatever. It means the world to us. Review us if you're listening on Apple Podcast or iTunes. And I have a new record coming out tomorrow. If you're listening to this the day it drops, the 20th, it comes out that night and into the 21st. It's just a relaxing beat tape. It's very nice and enjoyable to listen to. Lo-fi stuff. You'll enjoy it. Wherever music is found, you'll be able to find it there. And finally, thank you so much to all of our patrons, and we want to give a big old shout out to every single $10 patron. You better believe in the next few episodes, once we learn more about Timeranger, I'm going to start putting you in there either as a criminal, either as a journalist, a hero, whatever. Time
Ranger.
Yeah. First, I would like to give a big shout out to Steve F. And next up,
Steve F.
oh, see, okay. We can't keep this bit going because then it is leaving. It's like, oh, Steve F gets 100 shout outs.
I was just going to do it for that one until you got all mad about it.
I thought you were going to keep doing it.
No.
Next up, we have
Eric BB-8
of Ranger Command Power Hour. And then my old boss, Alex Z, a.k.a. The Waz.
The Wad.
Then my good friend Orion, a.k.a. Defo. Check out his rap musics. That's D-F-O. And then we got 2 grapes, baby. Get it.
Make those grapes into wine.
Ooh. Turn that grape into 1 glass of wine. And then we have duo Grun Fox 2 Fox for the price of Grun. And
Get Foxy.
Potentially a future guest on the horizon.
Whoa.
Our good friend Burvey, a.k.a. Tyler Wrong.
AKA Spaghetti.
Yeah! I'm excited for him to be on the show. I hope it works out. I hope his children aren't like, Dad, be the good dad you are, 365, and pay attention to us. We don't care about Uncle James, a.k.a. Uncle Cheese.
AKA LMN.
LMN. Do his kids say that?
It was like one time, and I loved it so much that I always say it.
That's happened before. Bradley's, his brother, his friends when they were younger would say LMN, and they're like, no, it's MLM. And thank you guys so much for being $10 patrons. And thank you to our other patrons. Nicole says we can't get a patron every single month.
Oh my gosh.
So please prove her wrong and sign up today at patreon.com/MLM pod. I've been James.
I've been Nicole.
And we've been Mostly Speaking Sentai. I love you. Bye-bye. Bye.
Why 心を惑わすそう時のミステリーは Why 誰にも解けない Yes 青いメリー
I rehearsed that a bunch.
Couldn't tell.
I know. This has been a Marshland Media production, produced by James McCullum. For more content, please visit MLMpod.com. To support our network and have access to exclusive podcasts, head over to patreon.com/MLMpod and sign up today.